Right, welcome ladies and gents. Spawn, the long gestating movie. We've got an update. Now this update is somewhat old. Looking at it now, what, about 13 days old? Something like that, 13, 15 days old. But this slipped past me. And I'm really surprised it did, actually. This is genuinely pretty fascinating. Because I have followed this whole Spawn reboot business for a long time. A long, long time. And I've done reports on it time and time again when Todd Macfarlane pops up and says, no, please do believe me, it's genuinely happening. Right the way from when he said he's got funding, to how he needs to get funding, to how he will only be the writer, versus he absolutely wants to be the director, he won't let anyone else direct it, to Blumhouse. Like, there's so many updates. It's just been updates galore, but no movement. Nothing's actually happened. Now, this is a fascinating update because it indicates that Todd Macfarlane is relinquishing a bunch of power over the movie. And this is positive, right? This is actually positive because, ladies and gents, the script that he penned was terrible. And I've got it. Spawn literally is a bed at one point, and he's a gas as well at another. It's real bad. Spawn as a bed was something I got people to hashtag over on Twitter. Now, here's the update. This is an exclusive with The Hollywood Reporter, and they say that the long-in-the-works Spawn movie is back in action. Brian Tucker, who penned the 2013 Russell Crowe and Mark Wahlberg crime thriller Broken City, has been hired to write the script for the feature project. Jason Blum's Blumhouse Productions is behind the feature, which has Todd Macfarlane, the creator of the comic and character, attached as director. And he won't give up that director. And initially he wasn't going to be giving up the writer either. I'm really surprised he has. This is good news, by the way. We'll look at, Brian Tucker's works in a moment and see if that is anything special for us to take a look at and go, yeah, this guy's good or not good. But Blum and Macfarlane are producing. Carla Hacken is executive producing. And the project has been percolating since 2017. No, it's been longer than that. It has been longer than 2017. There's been talk of a Spawn reboot, remake, whatever you want to say, for longer than 2017. Way, way, way longer than 2017. Pretty much ever since the first one came out, people were like, "Yeah, we're gonna reboot it, remake it." Now, at one point, it had Jamie Foxx attached to star as the titular character. Now, that's interesting because I've not heard that he's been removed. But it does say that at one point it had Jamie Foxx, which does indicate that now he's no longer attached. Interesting. Jeremy Renner was going to be Detective Twitch, which I quite like Jeremy Renner as Twitch. I think that's a good fit. However, Hollywood Reporter says because time has passed since their initial boarding, it's unclear if the actors are still involved. Don't really know what Jamie Foxx is doing these days. Not really a lot. So I think he'll be fine if they want him to still turn up as Spawn. Insiders say they could be reapproached after a script is written. And McFarlane wrote the initial script, which attracted the actors. I don't know how. I don't know how that script attracted the actors. I know how it attracted Jamie Foxx. Because Spawn is never really shown as Spawn. And he does turn up in his human form quite a lot. So Jamie Foxx was like, yeah, sure, that'll be easy. Who cares? Twitch is in it a lot. Like, he is the character that we follow. So it makes sense that Jeremy Renner would have seen that and gone, yeah, sure, why not? That looks fine. Now, obviously, Hollywood Reporter do everything that they can to sort of bulk out these stories. But this is interesting stuff to note, right? So it says that the comic was initially adapted in 1997 because of the New Line film. And then it moved on to the HBO cartoon series. And it was that which really pushed people to want to see more Spawn, I think. Like, Spawn was pretty popular anyway. But the HBO cartoon series, and I'm not saying the HBO cartoon series is what popularized Spawn, but it does push it into the forefront a little bit more. It made it a little bit more current. Now, they do say, because there's this other stuff which is going on with McFarlane, right? McFarlane is currently trying to expand the Spawn universe on the publishing side and is weeks away from releasing the first issue of King Spawn. The comic has set records as over 497,000 copies have been ordered on the distributor level. That's quite good. That is good. He's done well there. I am surprised, actually, because the new Spawn comic looks bad. It's like, what if Spawn was in medieval times? It's just unimaginative tripe. You know, what if Spawn was in a volcano? No one cares, mate. But let's have a look at this, right? So I'm looking at Brian Tucker's IMDb now. What do you reckon, ladies and gents? How many writing credits do you think he's got? You know? How many do you think? One. Sort of. As a writer, he has one. But then there's other things that he's known for. Like Expiration. What's Expiration? Nothing. What is that? Is that something which is in development? Yeah, it's in development. So he did that one film, basically, Broken City. Russell Crowe, Mark Wahlberg. Which has a 6... I've never seen this, actually. 6.2 out of 10. Yeah, people don't hate it, by the looks of it. Yeah. So basically they got a first-time writer to come on board. But the positive side of this, like, sod the writer, who cares about the writer? The positive side of this is the fact that Todd Macfarlane is realising that he needs to relinquish some control. He'll still obviously get to sign off on the script and stuff like that. But they very clearly said, hey, look, that script's not good. Because I've got that. I've got the script that he wrote, and it was terrible. Like, it was very, very bad. Very bland, very boring, actually. It's quite a slog to get through. And I've done some videos on it, but it's just not very good. It's not very good at all. It's quite dull. Again, Spawn turning up as gas and a bed. What are you doing? No, we want to see Spawn. I understand in the comics he does these things, but we want to see Spawn in this movie. So it's good that Todd's relinquishing some power. That's a good sign. Now I start to think this film will get made. Before, I didn't think this film was ever getting made. Like, at all. And I've gone on record and said it's never getting made. Now I think it's getting made. Him relinquishing power indicates that things are moving in the right direction. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe, because this is the end of the video. So you clearly enjoyed it, at the very least. So hit that subscribe button and turn the bell notifications on to all to stay notified of every single upload that I make here. Also, guys, leave a like on your way out. If you want to support the channel further, we've got memberships and Patreon, which you can find linked down below in the description box. Please do support me here in entertaining you and bringing you content. Thanks so much, though, guys. Take care.